And the first secret is that in America, there are two different tax systems. And there's recorded history about this. 1957, there was a judge on the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals named Judge Billings Learned Hand, and he was a tax appellate court judge. And he's famous for this quote. He says, in America, there are two tax systems, one for the informed and one for the uninformed, and both are legal.
Hmm.
Both are legal. And so what he's talking about is the 1040 tax system and the 1041 tax system. The 1040 is the one that you and I are accustomed to. That's the one that we're taught, trained, and educated on every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one where we take the income and we pay tax on whatever we take. And we own the assets and we're taxed on whatever we own, right? Well, the 1041 system is for the wealthy elite. And they all use it, including Congress. So Congress they get salaries of 150 to 175,000.
Yeah.
That salary goes on a 1040 tax return and they pay tax on that and they show America, they say, look, I'm a good tax paying, law abiding citizen. But the rest of the millions that they receive doesn't go to them. It goes into their trusts or their foundations
Yeah.
where they don't own the money. They just control the money. And that's secret number 2 that I learned is that taxes follow title or ownership. And so if you give up ownership of your assets, but maintain control, you're no longer taxed on. And so what the wealthy elite do is they take that wealth and give it up to a trust where they don't own it anymore and they're not taxed on it anymore. And they still control the assets of the trust. They just don't own them. And then the third secret that I learned is that if you want to build generational wealth, you first have to learn how to give it all away. And that's where the foundations come into play, the 501c3s. They're nonprofit, private family foundations. They act as an estate planning tool. They act as a charitable way of giving to focus their philanthropic capital. But it's also a way to create generational wealth. You know, when you
Yeah.
die, your wealth is transferred to that foundation, which is all tax exempt, and your children take over as trustees, move on down the road. No assets change hands, so there's no estate tax,
Yeah.
no probate cost, no wills. It all just goes away.
That's incredible.